Making plans for concealed carry at the state capitol. Good evening, I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. The question is, should weapons be allowed or shouldn't they?
The Department of Administration will announce a specific policy on Friday, but the bottom line is they've looked at other states that had that, and other states have not had problems.
Governor Scott Walker is not revealing at this point what his administration has in store, but a source familiar with the plan tells News 3 that guns will be allowed inside the Capitol dome. However, restrictions could be put in place banning them in certain parts of the State House.
News 3's Marc Lovicott has been following this story today, and he joins us now with more. Marc.
Eric and Sarah, legislators will have the option on whether or not to allow concealed weapons within their each individual offices. But the big question here is, the new law, how will it be handled within each individual House chamber? There seems to be a big difference of opinion.
We're working on a compromise, I guess is the best way to describe it.
If Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald had it his way, no space inside our Capitol would be off limits for those who choose to carry a concealed weapon after November 1st. But
there would be a lot of questions that need to be answered.
Maybe that's not a good idea.
Just as there was when the concealed carry bill was debated, there's a wide range of opinions. Sources with knowledge of the plan tell News 3 the Department of Administration will announce on Friday that concealed weapons will be allowed in the Capitol. Each House would then have the power to impose its own rules on how they handle the law.
Based on everything we know, they definitely have left it up to the individual branches of government, and then beyond that, a breakdown between the Senate and the Assembly on what we control and what areas of the building that we control.
In the Senate, leaders say a committee will vote on Friday to ban concealed weapons in the gallery, but allow them on the floor. Senators calling this a compromise.
Personally, I don't have a problem with the Senate being wide open. I didn't want him in the Capitol.
Senate President Mike Ellis jumping party lines, so to speak, saying he'll compromise but would rather not see any weapons inside the state Capitol. Democrats say there's little they can do.
Well, what I think is really not going to make a lot of difference, but I think when it gets high tension and huge debate, maybe that's not a good idea. And I do agree with the President of the Senate and his stand on this, even though he's bucking his party on this.
In the Assembly, majority leadership would not comment today on what their House had planned. They tell News 3 they're waiting for the Department of Administration to announce their plan tomorrow. A source tells us in the Assembly, a committee will vote on allowing concealed carry throughout the Assembly chamber, including in the gallery.
All right, Marc, stay tuned. We'll have coverage ahead and in.